The writings of Abraham, chapter 50. Now among the believers were Lot, the son of Haran, and Haran's daughters, Milcah and Sarai. Milcah was fair, but Sarai was beautiful above all women. Her face was as that of a messenger filled with light, her cheeks as two roses in full bloom, her hair as spun gold which men treasure above all, her eyes as pools of blue reflecting the esteem of Elohim's sky, her nose delicate and lovely, and her countenance truly was fair as the sun. Her breasts like two mountains rising above the plain of Shinar were fair to behold, and her complexion truly like the clouds in purity. Her arms were comely, her hands perfect and delightful to behold, always in the service of those in need and quick to hasten to the service of Yahweh, her Elohim. Her palms were lovely, unmarred by her constant labor, her fingers long and slender. Her feet were comely and always set in the path of truth. Her thighs were well-rounded and soft, yet never failing to sustain her in her labor of love in behalf of the servants of Elohim. Truly no maiden was fairer than Sarai the daughter of Haran, for her beauty was greater than all other women, and she excelled them all. But with her beauty was great wisdom, and perfect belief in Yahweh, and constant service in behalf of the Kodeshim. For her hands never cease from berakah the people of Elohim. Wherefore my brother Nahor took Milcah the daughter of Haran to wife, but I, Abram, took Sarai at the direction of Yahweh, and I found great joy in her. The writings of Abraham, chapter 51. But, behold, Satan was not content to have me continue to disrupt his reign in peace. Therefore he sent a dream unto sovereign Nimrod, in which the sovereign did see that I should be the destruction of himself and of his reign. Moreover, it was shown the sovereign in his dream that 3 of his own household, even Zepta, Lilith, and Nefertiri, daughters of Onita, the son of Nimrod, who were virgins, had joined the believers of the Most High Elohim. When the sovereign awoke from his sleep, he was angry, and he caused that I with these 3 virgins, Zepta, Lilith, and Nefertiri, should be seized and bound and carried to Potiphar's hill at the head of the plain of Olishem, to be sacrificed unto the mighty one of Pharaoh, sovereign of Mitzrayim. And these 3 virgins did the priest of Pharaoh offer up upon the altar, and they died singing praises to Yahweh, and bearing witness to the truth, wherefore they shall be Baruch forever, for they have entered into the rest of Yahweh. The writings of Abraham, chapter 52. And when these virgins were slain, the priests of Pharaoh took me also and laid me upon the altar to slay me. But I cried unto Yahweh my Elohim, for I knew that my mission was not yet ended. And Yahweh heard my voice, and sent his messenger to loose the cords wherewith I was bound. And I saw Yahweh seated upon his throne, and he said to me, Abram, Abram, behold, my name is Yahweh. And I have heard thee, and have come down to deliver thee, and to take thee away from thy father's house, and from all thy kindred, into a land which is unknown to thee, a land which I have promised unto Noah should be an eternal inheritance unto the promised seed. Behold, I will lead thee by my hand, and will put upon thee my name, that thou shalt bear the kehunah of the fathers and the power thereof. As it was with Noah, so shall it be with thee, that through thy ministry and the ministry of thy seed, bearing this kehunah, my name shall be known in the earth forever, for I am thy Elohim. And Yahweh broke down the altar of the idol mighty ones by an earthquake, and smote their priests, that they were all destroyed. The writings of Abraham, chapter 53. But I hastened to my father's house, where all the believers were gathered, fasting and praying for me, and I said unto them, Up, for this day we shall depart from this city, that Yahweh may visit it in wrath and vengeance. Wherefore all the believers gathered together and followed me out of the city to my camp, and we struck our tents and departed from the land of Shinar to go to the city of Shalom to confer with Father Shem. And my father also, seeing that the sovereign's face would be set against him, gathered together his goods and followed after me. We journeyed slowly, for I had with me many souls, both women and children, and women with child. The writings of Abraham, chapter 54. When at length we arrived at the city of Shalom, Father Shem came forth to greet us, bearing bread and wine which he berakah and gave to us, and he said unto me, Baruch art thou, Abram, for the Most High Elohim hath multiplied thee, and behold, thy seed shall be even as the sand upon the seashore without number. Go now with this great multitude into the land of Canaan, for unto thee and thy seed will I give this land for an everlasting inheritance, saith Yahweh Elohim Almighty. Amém. The writings of Abraham, chapter 55. Thus we departed from the presence of Shem and moved to the vicinity of Ludor, which city we denominated Haran, and we dwelt in the suburbs of Haran for 3 years, for there was much pasture there and a space large enough for the multitude which accompanied me. And I preached the berakah in Haran, and many souls were added unto the believers in that place. The writings of Abraham, chapter 56. And there was a famine in the land, but the land of Haran was berakah for our sakes, that the famine there was light. But at the end of 3 years the famine abated throughout the land. Wherefore Lot, my brother's son, and I went before Yahweh in prayer after the manner of the ancients. And in answer to our prayer Yahweh appeared unto me and said, Arise, Abram, and take Lot with thee, and all who follow after thee, for I have purposed to take thee out of Haran, and to make of thee a minister to bear my name in a strange land, which I will give unto thy seed after thee for an everlasting possession when they hearken to my voice. For I am Yahweh thy Elohim. I dwell in the Shamayim, the earth is my footstool, for I shall surely walk upon it when I come to redeem my people from their sins. My name is Yahweh, and I know the end from the beginning. Therefore my hand shall be over thee, and I will make of thee a great nation, and I will berakah thee above measure, and make thy name great among all nations, and thou shalt be a berakah unto thy seed after thee, that in their hands they shall bear this ministry and kehunah, even the kehunah of the fathers after the qadosh order of Elohim unto all nations. And I will berakah all them, even as many as shall receive this berakah through thy name, for they shall be called after thy name, even the seed of Abram, as though they were the seed of thine own flesh, and they shall rise up and berakah thee as their father. For I will berakah them who berakah thee, and curse them who curse thee. In thee, through the kehunah which thou bearest, and in thy seed, through thy kehunah which they shall bear, which cometh down from the fathers, shall all the families of the earth be baruch with the berakoth of the berakah, which are the berakoth of deliverance, even of eternal chai. For I give thee this promise, that thy seed shall sprinkle all nations, that through them the right to this kehunah may encompass all mankind, that all may be brought into the covenant through obedience to the Torah and ordinances of the berakah. The writings of Abraham, chapter 57. Now when Yahweh had ceased speaking with me, I praised Yahweh, saying, Thy servant hath sought thee earnestly, now have I found thee. Thou didst send these messengers to deliver me from death many times. Shall I not do all things which Yahweh my Elohim requireth of me? Baruch art thou, O Yahweh, who bestoweth thy love without measure upon the righteous, but hatest all iniquity. But I have kept thy statutes to walk therein, and have received thine ordinances unto myself, wherein thou hast berakah me with the Ruach of knowledge and truth. For my part, I will love thee freely with all my heart and soul. I will cleave to thine Kodesh Torah, to not turn aside therefrom in all thou hast commanded. I have learned through the gift of thine Ruah Ha'Qodesh that no man is able to choose his own way, nor direct his own steps, for all such will fall into the pit. In thine hand is the shaping of each man's soul, which thou hast foreordained to conform to the image of thy bane. Wherefore I will embrace the bane and call upon Elohim for favor forevermore. Amém.